Alrighty, just for future reference, I just started this. Day 1 was me learning Godot. It was just me setting up things, but I forgot to stream it. I also didn't have it set up, so here I am. Now we set it up. And this is day 2, learning of Godot. As you can see, I already have a basic project. Very basic, but we just learning. And yeah, I'm just gonna, be watching videos and building stuff. Let's start day 1 or day 2.
I honestly believe that this is one of the first things that you should learn as a Godot beginner once you've mastered the basics of the engine. Alrighty, it's another devlog with some progress on my game so far, and also some tips for my fellow Godinsky developers. It has been a few weeks since I've last showed you the progress on my 2.5D platformer featuring this little fella. We have moved from a very basic prototype with simple shapes and a moving camera to a setup that lets me add a 2D background, a middle background, and 3D objects and sprites in the main area of the game. And while my character could run and jump, I still need to figure out how to make the combat work. So that's why I set out to tackle next. I already envisioned the moveset was a mix between Super Smash Bros. And the classic beat 'em up games. With the weekend ahead, I knew what I had to do. Create my first combat system with my minimal programming skills. After a long day of work, I had something functional, but every time I tried to add a new move, 2 hours would break. I ended up with massive functions in one code file to handle all movement on the ground, in the air, while moving, while standing still, and don't even get me started on managing the actual sprite animations. If your logic code is starting to look like a tangled mess of spaghetti code, where you are checking multiple states just to add another if statement inside, then something's wrong. And some would say that it works, it doesn't matter, but yeah, it goes to a certain extent. At some point, you cannot add more logic when all you mess with code. Let's just like that. I didn't have a good day. I was so annoyed. I literally had nightmares at night, and I'm not sure if you guys ever had them, but I was stuck in some sort of if-statement loop in my nightmare. It had to do with like real life situations. It was like hell. So the next day, I realized I couldn't rely on monkey alone. I did some research on how smart people would handle like game character states. And that's when I discovered state machines. When you are creating a game, especially platformer, your character will likely have different states, like running, jumping, or attacking. When your character running, it is allowed to jump, and when it's jumping, it can only fall, for example. You could manage all of this with a bunch of if statements, checking what state the character is in or is not in, and then running this code. But as your game grows, this can get really messy and hard to keep track of. This is where a state machine comes in handy. Instead of turning everything into a big script, a state machine lets you break things down into separate clear scripts for each state. So when your character is running, only the code related to running is active. When the character switches to jumping, the game automatically swaps out the running code for the jumping code. This approach keeps your scripts much more organized, easier to understand, because each script only deals with functions and behaviors that are specific to that particular state. It makes your code cleaner, but more importantly, it also makes it more maintainable. You can easily add different logic along the way as your game grows. I also believe that this is one of the first things that you should learn as a Go beginner once you've mastered the basics of the engine. Learning fundamentals of object-oriented programming, where specific code can independently function in its own state without interfering with the rest is a game changer. Once you grasp this concept, it will influence everything you program from that point onward. I'll be sharing you helpful videos and comment and description video that you should check out next. And while this video isn't necessarily a tutorial video, I will show you how I roughly implement state change to make combat work. I'll just go straight to debug mode tutorial. I also got to loose Godot, and surprisingly enough, most of the things didn't break down. Only one tried to fix. I'm not really sure you guys used all last time. I'm also really showing things that work. When you're also video, this is tutorial. Please go ahead and feel my stress. Yeah, so that's basically it. I actually thought about 2 things, to be honest. In the last build, I already had the movement working, but since I found out how state would work, I went to optimize the whole movement system. It's now way more fluent. It doesn't have to do that earlier. It had all the effects that's way easier. Something I really like is that they pay close attention to the character. The character lands starts to run easily. It goes to the land while running animation. Look, see? There's a little and then still ones. There's a detail that I break off. It's so easy to do with station. There's also land animation when you land from that point of view. See? This is the animation. There's no detail I really like. There's a detail that I fight. There's also dialogue and friendly NPCs. I don't want the character to be aggressive constantly. I also don't want to look like this. I just fought a enemy. Do I have this aggressive mode? Whenever you fight, it will go into the aggressive stance for just a couple seconds, and then when I go around, it will go back to more friendly posture. I also get an animation one time with all, making character look like the character will going. While these improvements still have the ability to it's way more fluid before, so it's animation will be more linear. Also, any other animation still plays where you can see when there. I think it's a way to optimize animation in actual code. The real eye-opening moment was how fast I was able to create a combo system compared to the system that I built based on my schedule. Because you're really like logic within every code, it had to check like different windows when you were able to combo, figure out which check you were crouching, jumping, non-idle, everything like that. Every station was sitting there, when you were attacking during a attack state, you go to 2 and you're attacking during a 2 state, you go to 3. It's so easy. It's a very small piece of logic within each state. So yeah, I also say if I want to 3 state, then you go to aggressive animation, and jump, and false state, and I could boost because then you have also a false state, and just walk on the platform. Like this. I still got 2 states, and a crouching state. You go to shell. There's only crouch power, shield state, and shield power. Elimination that takes care of big shield. And that's right. I'm not going to do your for any switch I just like back arrow off. The main character in the game. That's just like most satisfying back arrow. It feels so powerful. Makes me also see whatever on the platform. And I'm getting more than you also do a reverse back arrow. That's like this. Basically, you running, turning, immediately jumping, and then attack. That first time before, and then you basically go back arrow, while going forward. Reverse back arrow. It will be the most powerful move game. Also, multiple love. Once we're details on how much work, I'm seeing charging only for falling from the sky for one attack for environment. It will use for multiple enemies, but only so that shield breaks. That's like very very important. So I go back to animation and go to the second state, which is very vulnerable for attacks. They go to that one state, that's right. Because you 1, 2, 3, only so then you set. From state, and launching the sky, and for example, go back. I really so that you will be able to use one attack just to use one attack. But it won't work, and it's hard to and then you will see so you press the button. So everyone has this situation. And this final object animation that they are actually work on the combat. Especially the character move. It's just like left. Like there is going to be a tutorial how to station. I think I'm going to go questions before the game in Europe. So just practice. But without wasting so I'm going to be so here is station. So in station you'll find all the states as chamas. I really is most going everything. That's basically the as you go through all states you'll see the all the station. So basically sitting states and it's like very very also and I'm trying to say you'll basically swap so next. So you're going to set up this is the first one state. And you can find into this lobby in this state. In this state you jump you move you crouch and that's why it's so easy to do this state. And this that you're going to crouch and then you pass this function like ready and very easy to go and the default state. Well, that's like animations it goes out and watch state. You just put animation. That's right. This I have to set animation just one and like a separate state. That's what about if you are changing different states on right like basically state in your state. For example, you jump and put state. So you also animation separate and then you have to jump also attack during possible jump and your chance to match and you can attack for attack point and like see file is incredible file. It is everything that was there one file. And you can see here every single state simultaneous and in this and another state and another state and another state is like state and work again that allows possible to implement most of the see how it's actually now here I say this is the if that's true I turn one state if you press that time with extra I say turn the punch that's all yeah this is the state so they have 4 hours on the system and Sunday work in just an hour by managing but more about what you so my last video I'm going to on the platform to a bit more longer for and that's the rest of these is like one world Here's an updated look at how I like to do state machines in Godot 4. I'm going to go over some simpler starter techniques today just to get you off the ground, and in the next video I'll go in depth about techniques you can use when today's examples don't cut it anymore. Also, as a side note, if you're unfamiliar with the general idea behind state machines, I'll link to a previous video down below where I go over what they are and why you may be interested in this technique. So now let's dive in. The simplest way to manage state is by using an enumerator to track which state you're in and branch your code using a switch statement wherever you have state logic that needs to run. There's nothing Godot specific about this implementation, but I do want to bring it up for the sake of completeness, as it can really come in handy whenever you have an object that just needs a little organizational help. The turrets in my game liberation Unix, for instance, use this technique of state management since they only have 3 simple states to be in: scanning for targets, firing on target, and recharging. In fact, let's recreate bare bones version of turret as an example of what we can do with this form of state management. A turret will default to a scanning state where it waits for the player to enter its view, fire upon the player when it sees them, and then become dormant for some amount of time while it recharges before going back to scanning for the player. So here's the thing: composed of an animated direct 2D node for graphics, a rate has 2D node to detect when it passes the turret, and a line 2D node so we can see whether it has 2D node to scan. Since this is a demo, we'll just change animations to show what state we're in and move on without worrying about making the player react or anything like that. And here's the code. The possible states of the turret and the player on the top, along with references to the nodes that code needs and a few variables to help control everything. The majority of this code is just about doing whatever each state needs to do, as there's very little overhead here. During the process of this process calls, you run different logic depending on what state and change state field change state functions. We can handle these separate programming change states, just playing animation or setting timer. This technique is simple, effective, and it's easy to track codes across computing using logic states and booleans to figure out which state the object is. It's definitely a good name line when one of the various object or state management. I do for more robust implementation of now. As opposed to a purely code solution, you'll see all the time. Not for everything state using Godot using Node search. This approach is one node managing all states and never child nodes the actual state implementations. Their object related logic solution is state manager, which is another state state and state you can go up more of these exact things using code. I do have node for users. The base approach is that the nodes that actual variables easily keep them having code. Using code state visual instruction together. These are easy to use without state change at all. This can also be used in using objects to track nodes together and most typically let's approach and do it and feel like development. So the way I talk about how one state changes on player names, every controller state changes. What's only used for player now is all player and it's work for easy and easy. More requires using conditions. That's how I video. So in the player two nodes, two nodes, and two nodes, and another station nodes actually operate all just plain nodes. There's other players. Not like as a state station for processing this process around functions. It also has reference to station stations. That's state and for player. There are ways to identify the player, but only way with this state hot player okay with this. Moving on to hierarchy of the actual station. This component is responsible for managing state delegating the state and the station that you write. On the station has a reference to child state and the default state. And if you could the station reach hierarchy on the pair by the passes around everything. Then the arrow design everything is exactly the same, so generally recommend that. This is no state respect each state optional from state changes processing it. Every state is state changes of the function. So now let's see what state nodes actually do. Every state node is a class. This class is used to have a state some reason. Class name class state equals this class is going to type state and separate down lines between what doing. Class name class state and goal names. Which basically means between all the other without having copy pasting references applications. And this is just some units that execution of variables and so on. Moving on to variables, explanation name, easy to state animation, player state. So we move these with all states have a design. And that's crazy looking goal names and this is down every side. Next we have the station and each equals players and players are related to one. We have functions. This is the state class. So I'm not going to this here I define limitation for each function may be opposite stations player. One that respect for state desire no single station station one thing I mentioned here is I don't use the process or any functions and we just read the I simply for each function I find and have full controller. You can use the functions very long because functions are processing functions off. Let's forget the courses I'm doing. Which is the kind of opposite. This is actually I'm not going to figure out more stuff. And after the basic class, I think the state class actually in this case that's defined by default limitation which is nothing. For you using instance class for each state long state logic. If you're saying nodes station and extra station meaning as we talk about everything is look at everything just like for state right now. I thought state tells us this class. We have to state one. So we have to go on the process working with these. We can also use that. Also brings them all the class which has references to the function. So I also read the state and one needs to know what state using the process. That's also the process which is the button. Which is the state or which is the that's the process which is reading the player and just also and plays along around. That's the state. That's the process which is also just a little more. Bring down the nodes files like this. We say we're going to class for state. But also when we say we're going to how to open the when it's different for state information and so plays with just let's just using one of the different but in the process for the process no way to recommend it. Other state for negative state. We have to say the grammar is just also the one. Well, I read the but the other side is like and take one. So it's more like anything it's more just like one. That's just taking information. Let's see all the stations what's taking over. We think about just kind of like you know so we can have these stuff here and that's all you know. And the options change for more. It's a lot more here.
Hi, in this devlog I will explain step by step how to make isometric world map scenes in Godot engine, so let's go. The first thing we need to understand is how straight lines work in isometric projection, And this is pretty easy as we only need to follow the simple rule of 2 pixels sideways and 1 pixel up or down. And this is everything there is to sketch simple rectangular shapes. I found super helpful to follow that rule by using this helper grid, which is simply a pattern of this 8x8 pixel square. And with this grid we can create a wireframe cube just by connecting the edge points of 2 neighboring squares. But if you would simply fill in our wireframe shape with a single color, the resulting object can't lose its 3D appearance completely. And to fix that, we simply need to adjust the lightness of the cube faces, but even for simple shapes, the selection of realistic values might be somewhat puzzling without any knowledge in art or shading. But no worries, we can cheat a bit using Godot, because as you might know, Godot supports 3D rendering with an orthogonal viewport, and this means that we can set up a scene that resembles an isometric pixel art view, where the setting and the shadows are precisely calculated by the 3D engine. And just like that, we are able to get reference pictures for our pixel art scenes in different lighting conditions, like in the morning, at noon, or in the evening. Okay, so next I took the palette from my original 2D art, and I started crafting isometric world map tiles, which are kind of isometric versions of the 2D tile tiles I built before. And then I added some ground texture to the tiles so that I can later lay paths along which the player can navigate from level to level. Okay, so now we have the tile sprites ready. Let's go to Godot and create the first isometric tile map. Here I first add a new scene and change the default type of node 2D to the tile map node. After that, it's important to set the tile map mode to isometric and set the cell size to be compatible with our tile sprite size. This gives us already an isometric grid where we can then later insert the tiles. So next, let's create a new tile set and import the tile sprites. I need to manual effort and create new single tile for each sprite, which might be cumbersome if you have a larger set of sprites. So if you know a faster way to do this, please let me know. Okay, then back in Godot, we can already start laying the tiles, but as you can see, we have a problem here because there is a slight y-axis offset in the original sprites. To correct this, we can simply toggle the center texture option, and this way we achieve the correct alignment of the sprites. As final step for the tile map, we want to set up collision shapes so that the player can only move along the path parts of the tiles. Plus, one important point I found out about setting the collision shape size is that you want the collision shapes of individual tiles to line up exactly to avoid some jaggedness of walls where the player gets stuck. So that's why I'm inputting the collision shape vertices manually. And so finally we have a complex isometric tile map where we can place tiles just like in traditional 2D tile map. And here I'm demonstrating how to make a simple cross-section of 2 crossing paths, but that needs without auto tiling. The tile placement here takes a bit more time, which is still not too bad given that it's just about the ground and the path parts. Now, I'm a big fan of dioramas, so I decided to pixel a miniature versions of each 4 levels to the world map. And to start with, I simply screenshotted the Godot tile maps and imported them into asset as backgrounds so that I would instantly see how the dioramas feel on the map. And right here I'm working on the climbing level diorama in live stream, which basically was a big copy and paste action once I had the basic tile shape done for the particle level. But unfortunately, as I imported the diorama sprites in Godot, the result was not quite what I was expecting. So after some googling, I came across with these white sort nodes, which are included in Godot to fix exactly this sort of problems. So let's first look at this example scene with an ordinary 2D node as the parent node, and here the player is drawn always after the diorama sprite, and so the player will be always on top of the diorama. Instead, if you change the 2D node type into white sort node, the player will be drawn behind the diorama as soon as the y position of the player exceeds the y position of the diorama. While this is already an improvement, it still doesn't solve the problem entirely. But fortunately, the easy fix is just to adjust the y value of the diorama sprite, and so finally as we move the player behind the diorama walls, we get the result we wanted. After I was done pixeling the dioramas, I added some flowers and bushes here and there so that the map parts would not look that empty. And as a final touch, I drew this slimy monster thing to be the entrance to the channel level and added this fancy glow effect to it in Godot. So that's all there was to the isometric world maps. I hope this vlog was helpful to you, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the
Interesting. Interesting. There's some fun isometric things I can do. Doo-doo-doo-ba-doop.
Hi, my name is Michael, and welcome to my 2D action adventure RPG tutorial series. We are learning how to build a top-down 2D game that features action, adventure, and light RPG and solid over RPG script.
I can find some 2.5D Godot. 2.5D Godot games GitHub. I just start. Let's see.
student asked me how he could.
Let's just read some docs. Let's just read some Godot documents. Normally 2.5D is a 3D system, and then we just have 2D objects. Oh, interesting. Okay.
When you play the game, the sprite will intersect with the world. That's the first constraint you have when you create those kinds of games in 3D, since that the collision box as wide as the character falls. The workspace, you also have to animate the sprite and animate the sprite sheets or characters. Have automated camera facing mesh really quickly. If you've worked into the animate HDD and character, we'll see that sprite and animate the sprite sheet.
Just play with the 3D scene. Okay, what can I build in here? Do
This is a 2.5D platformer project inside of Godot 4, which we will be building from scratch together. I recently got first place in a game jam with some friends with this project specifically, and I thought I would share it with you guys and show you how to do it. This will cover the basics of how to set up a scene, how to add input with 2 different players on the same keyboard. This will be a local co-op game, so this will not be a multiplayer game with 2 computers. We'll go over on how to animate our players with a super simple state machine. We'll also go over different techniques on how to create levels using grid map and manual placement. We'll create different interactable objects, including levers, exploding boxes, and falling boxes. We'll also go over how signals work, how to create our own custom signal and send it out, so that way we can use the lever with the exploding boxes. We'll also go over how to create a very simple stage manager where we can preload and load all our scenes and levels that we want to create in the future. Lastly, we'll polish the game a little bit, adding some nice text and making the game just look and feel a lot better. I hope you enjoy this course. If you do, check out my website, codingquest.com. I have many courses on there and many to come. If you guys would like to see this course polished out a little bit more with more virtual effects and how to make something called game juice and just add more stuff to it, let me know in the comments on how much you guys enjoy this video or course, or if you guys would like to see more videos like this. Also check out my channel, Coding Quest, and lastly, my game Soulforge, which I am currently working on. It is a 3D dungeon crawler similar to Elden Ring, very Souls-like vibe. Without further ado, let's get started in the project, and I'll see you guys at the end of this course. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is download and import all the asset packs. The ones that we're going to be using are KKit. So KKit has a lot of really cool 3D asset packs. You can see his page KKit on itch. I believe he also has on a few other platforms, but itch.io is one of my favorite platforms to find assets. So he has a lot of cool asset packs. He even has a platformer asset pack that came out recently. You can definitely check it out. But the one that we're
I have
using
been
for him is
crafting my
Tiffany's
pixel
character
art
pack.
skills
Again, the link will
for
be down in the description,
years.
or of course you can just search it up if you can't find it. So KKit character pack. So make sure you download that. In itch, you'll just say no thanks to the download. If you only want the free version, if you want to pay for it, go for it. It's a really cool pack. I have it. And then the next 2 or 3 asset packs that we're going to use are from Kenny. Kenny has his own website. He's also on itch, but I prefer to download from his website. It's a very cool website and it's pretty clean. You can find all his assets and games and tools that he has. They're very, very cool. The 3 that we're going to be using are the platformer kit, so make sure you download that. Continue without meeting. We'll also download the conveyor kit and the prototype kit. Once you have all these files, we simply need to extract them, so we can simply open all of them, and you can find all the mods here if you like to do it that way, or we can simply just extract files and we can extract it to our desktop or wherever you are, and say okay. Once you've done that and you've created every file and extracted every file, we now need to open up Godot and create a new project. Let's open up Godot here, and we're going to create a new project here. We're going to call it Create Combustion. Easy. And you can put it wherever you like. I'm going to put it back in my desktop, and you can see here the path is in the desktop. And for the renderer, we're going to probably either use Word Plus or compatibility. You can pick either or, but I'm going to probably go for Word Plus because we already have 3D graphics. Ideally, we just don't want to pick mobile since this is mostly 2D stuff. Let's go ahead and pick Word Plus, and do keep in mind if you ever do want to put GitHub, keeping this on will be very useful. So let's just create. And now that we have our project, all we want to do is create a new folder here called assets. And what we're going to do is we're going to minimize this project here and select our folders that we just exported and bring them into our Godot project. All you need to do is just run them in, and it might take a second. There we go. It'll now say importing assets. Once you've finally waited 10 years and got your coffee, you can now start making our project. And now you can see here that we have all our assets. And just to confirm that these are imported properly, we can go into one of these, let's say the KK project, go to the assets, we can go to the FDF, for example, and simply drag these into our scene, and you can see that we now have the word character, as well as popular as it is. Boom, we have our character. Our first character in Godot, 3D model, and we can look around him. If you're curious about controls, we'll take a look at that in just a second. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is take a look at the controls and how we can navigate a 3D space. Because in 2D it's relatively simple. We can scroll in and out, zoom in and out. I can hold shift and middle click, we can move around. You can obviously use these guys to up and down. And that's pretty much it. Now 3D it's a little more complicated. In order to move around or rotate, we can middle click and then move. Or if we want to move around our screen, it's actually similar to 3D. We just need to hold shift and then go up and down. And you can now see we can pretty much navigate around our scene comfortably as much as we want. Now the idea in 3D is there's kind of a point that we rotate around. So if I just rotate around a point, you'll see there's kind of a point where we're rotating around. And when I hold shift and I move, that point moves. So when I rotate, it rotates around that new point of origin essentially. So that's essentially the idea. We're going to try to stay around the middle. That's where everything is. And what we're going to do first is get started with the first scene. Now what are scenes? Scenes are kind of like levels, but think of them as packaged objects or packaged like boxes where we put things inside of them. Almost like you keep where we start drawing on it. And the advantage of this is where our level will be. So if we actually delete our character, we can save, Control S, and this thing will pop up where it says save scene as, and this is where we can save something. This will be our level 0. And we can simply save this into a new folder first where we'll say scenes. We'll create a new folder, save levels. So we might have multiple levels there. This will be very useful for ourselves. And hit save. Once we've done that, we can now see level 0. But if I hit play, we can select print. We hit play here, there's nothing here. Now the worst part is, and this might be confusing, is if I run my barbarian back in here, I hit play, I still can't see my barbarian. But why is that? Now by default, Godot will always launch into a 2D space. So our base screen, our scene is actually here. So the question is, how do we bring our big 3D stuff into our screen? Well, we need to add the camera 3D, and we can do that. We're going to have ourselves. We can do that by going to the plus sign on the top left and hit plus, switch up camera. You'll see we have camera 2D and camera 3D. We're going to use camera 3D. Now you can actually see our preview over here where we can bring our camera out and we move around, and now if I play, we'll see our amazing barbarian. Now you can see the scene is not super pretty, it's not amazing, and that's okay. We're going to change things a little bit to actually make things a little better. Now the way we make things actually a little better is by adding something called world environment. Now you'll notice that the scene inside of my world here is not the same way I play, and that's because inside of our scene, inside of our edited Godot project, there's actually this thing called preview environment. If I turn this off, this is what I see right when I play. This is something that allows us to essentially toggle a fake environment. The question is how we create our own environment. We'll add a new node called world environment. Now you can see this is toggled off automatically, and that's because we now have our own world environment to test in. Now we're going to create a new environment here. We're going to populate new environment. Inside this, we can go inside, and what we can do is go background, instead of clear color, we're going to hit sky, and now that our sky is black, we're going to go to sky, create a new sky, go to sky material, and create a procedural sky material. Now it pretty much looks like what we had before, but the difference is when I play, now we can see our sky and everything looks a lot better. Now there is still a little bit more, which is lighting. Now you'll see that on this angle, you kind of don't really see any lighting. There is kind of like some shadows here, there's like some light behind his ear. When I play, like, there's no lighting, it's kind of close almost, right? So the question is how we bring light. Well, there's actually a way to make lighting in 3D. The main ones are these ones that are 3D. Don't worry about these yet, let's just take a look at these ones. Our directional light is the one that we're using. Let's create that. Now this is literally the sun. Think of it as the sun. Now essentially this will be like one light that goes in one direction. Now you basically pick which direction you want it to be. So we can create like by default, we go up down. You can kind of see as this rotates, this actually moves the lighting. Now I'm going to keep it from basically from where we are to the when I play. Boom, we have light, and you can see the difference. Right, like hide that and it's shown. It's very neat. So let's take a direction light. Now I'm going to pause the video, and I'm going to take a look at what these other ones do. But on the guys, let's see clear around them and change things about them. Hopefully we can pause the video and we can continue. So now we have our barbarian, we have our camera, we have our world environment, we have our light. We can happen. First of all, let's go to node. Beginning is level 0. What we're going to do here is we're actually going to add a new node called character body 3D. Like that, this used to be called human body 3D or 2D. Now the reason we call that is because inside of node 3D, we find bodies. We find that there are several types of bodies. The main ones are side body, midget body, and character body. Now essentially side body is something that moves. Midget body is something that moves like basically a ball. You can see that icon is a ball. It has some physics and no physics, and we will look at this later. The main thing we want right now is character body 3D. Okay, you can see origin point is at the middle, which is 0. That's what we want. Now what we're going to do here is right click our barbarian and drag him into character body 3D. We're going to right click our barbarian and make global. This will essentially bring in all the things from our barbarian into our global scene. Now this is important because I want our barbarian in transform to be 0, 0, 0. Why is that? Well, when I start moving things around, if I say drag something, I don't use the axes, I just move something around. That thing might not be what I want to move. Generally, when I move an object, I want to move the camera show. The camera show is essentially the node that's at the top of the hierarchy. Take the barbarian as the child node, that's what it is, and we don't want to move around the barbarian, we want to move this guy. Now, first, just how to make this simple and make sure I don't accidentally select something right? Well, it's actually quite easy. We can go to character body 3D. Let's name him to player 1. Right click, save branch as scene, move our scene here, new folder, player, or players, hit save, and we can now click this little window thing, and here we go. Here's our scene. Now, essentially what's happening is that this scene is inside this one, but this one node is essentially just one node, and you can't edit inside of our leveling. You can only edit inside of the player, which is very useful because now it's more organized, and I can not select things that I don't want to select. When I select there and move around, rotate them, as you saw, it only rotates the character body. Now, lastly, what we can do is add our collision. Shape 3D, go to the shape on the top right, go to the capsule, and we now have a capsule for our character. And you see that offset is a little under, we're going to move it up a little bit. Now we'll go to our player, we're going to add a script. Don't worry, we're not going to go into details yet. We're going to go to template, select template, make sure it's a basic movement, and we're going to move our script into a new folder here, scripts, new folder, player. Hit OK, into this, and open, and create. This will create a script with basic movement for 4 directions. We have to jump, and we move the x-axis. I don't want to change this yet, we'll turn this in next script. Now we want to make things actually work because if we play, our character falls. So what's happening? Well, what's happening is in our script, there's gravity. So we move around. So let's do that by adding side body. We'll add side body 3D, and we add collision shape, and we're doing something. We're moving around by somebody permanent, for example. We're adding a new box and simply extend this outwards. And there's around. Now you see that this is actually kind of transparent, not because this round, you can't actually see it in the game. That's okay. If you can play, we now don't fall. But the part is we now move around by hierarchies. And this is really cool because that's what we want. We can jump up and down.
And that's it for our player stuff. You now learn how to set up there, the simple scripts, the floor, better light, world environment, and TV. Now, when you use the pause video, and for the next part, for the continue in the series for this episode, of course, I want you to try importing a new player. There are two. Any one you want. I'm going to use the main one, or the row. One is one of these two, and one of these two. Whichever one you like. And basically repeat this step until you just hit the player. So as a new challenge, bring for the player, bring in player two, and you should now have a new scene of player two. Instead of type one, but a different model. This is your barbarian model. I want you to import one of these. Go on down, and you can now see you can pretty much navigate around our scene. This object here, and select folders that we just exported and print them. Once you find the 10 years and get around our scene, after the you want. Now, the idea in 3D is there's kind of a point that we rotate around. So I just go on down, and you can now see you can pretty much navigate.
Hi, in this level I'll explain step by step how to make isometric world map scenes in Godot engine, so let's go. The first thing we need to understand is how straight lines work in isometric project. Helpful to follow that rule by using this helper grid, which is simply a pattern of this 8x8 pixel square. The edge. The result for simple shapes supports 3D rendering, which resemble are kind of isometric versions of the tiles, so that to the tilemap node. After that, it is important to set the tilemap mode to is. So next, let's create a new tileset and import the tile sprites. I made here a manual effort and created new
5D is called voxel. Oh, okay. Hmm.
Let's go to Godot and create the first isometric tile map. Here I first add a new scene and change the default type of node 2D to the tilemap node.
Node. Oh, here. Change this to isometric. Oh, isometric. Tile map layer. Tile map layer isometric. Oh wait, they have a demo. Oh, I literally asked the isometric. Lol. How do you make it? Use this tile map slowly. Fetch. tile. So
After that, it is important to set the tilemap mode to isometric and set the cell size to be compatible with our tile sprite size. This gives us already an isometric grid where we can then later
let me uh-oh. Let me see tile. It doesn't even have a mode either. Where the hell is the mode? Tile app. What's that? So tile means the tile shape. Tile shape. Tile set. What the heck?
If you're building a game in Godot and want that consistent isometric perspective, a great way of implementing that is to use tilemap layers. Today we're going to be doing a dive into how tilemap layers work for the isometric perspective. We're going to dive into the specific options that you need to work with and a few budgets to keep in mind as you go through. This video builds off of the basics that I covered in the previous video about tilemap in general. So if you haven't seen that yet, I recommend going check it out before you dive into this. Hi, my name is Brian, I'm a software developer, and I'm a love for software development and building accessible game development tutorials to build a game that you want. Let's get started. So what is isometric? 2.5D, where you're looking at a grid at 45 degree angle from up top, but all the lines are going straight, so there's no perspective shift. You've seen this in the original Diablo games, the original StarCraft 1, Age of Empires, and even the original Fallout game. For a really deep dive, I really strongly recommend watching MCU's video on this. They do an excellent job discussing the math behind all that. We'll cover a really basic amount of it here, but Adam's video is fantastic. Strongly recommend checking it out. Now, isometric tiles themselves are typically in this 2:1 ratio. In this case, we're going to be working with tiles that are 64 pixels wide and 32 pixels tall. I've created some here. There's examples you can work with, which is the number of tiles 1 through 8. This number is going to be useful in a little bit. It gives a little bit of perspective. So in order to work with tiles, we need to create a tilemap layer. I'm just going to go over my scene here. I've created a new node GC, but I just call isometric tiles. And I'm going to hit Control A on Windows or Command A on Mac and search for tilemap layer here. Remember that we don't use tilemaps, we use tilemap layers. Tilemaps are going to go away at some point, and no operator version automatically convert any tilemap to have tilemap layers. Remember from here, we don't have tile set yet, so we need to create that. And this is where we start deviating from where we done square tiles. We first need to change our tile shape. So the default here.
The heck? Where does it say that? Okay. Boop. It. Uh-huh.
Tile set yet, so we need to create that. And this is where we start deviating from where we done square tiles. First, need to change our tile shape. So the default here is square. Today we're working with isometric. We're going to click on
Where's tile shape? Where's tile shape? What the heck? Okay, it's a tile set. And then like, can I like do something with it? Where's my options?
I'm going to click on that. We're going to define our tile size. So it's
this is
tile maps that you have into tile map layers. Remember from here that we don't have a tile.
I get the assets, please. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Yo. Same as.
we need to create a tile map layer. I'm just coming over into my scene tree here. I have created a new Node 2e scene. I've just called it isometric tiles. And I'm going to hit Control A on Windows or Command A on Mac. I'm going to search for tile map layer here. Remember that we don't want to use tile maps, we want to use tile map layers. Tile maps are going to be going away at some point, and Godot offers a conversion utility to automatically convert any tile maps you have into tile map layers. Remember from here that we don't have a tile set yet, so we need to create that. And this is where we start deviating from where we had done with square tiles. We first need to
What is he clicking to get this option? Oh, he's clicking here! God damn it. I'm like, where is he clicking? Okay. ISO.
change our tile shape. So the default here is square. Today we're working with isometric. So we're going to click on that. We're going to find our tile size. So it's 64 pixels wide by 32 pixels tall. Next we can
I don't know what the hell this is. It's 50 by 50. Is that on my thingy mabobber? 50 by 50.
bring in our tile set. So we're going to hop over into our tile set tab. If you don't see this,
Alright, go with tile set.
make sure that your tile map layer is selected. Go into our tile sources, hit our plus sign, add an atlas, and we're going to bring in our isometric tiles.png.
Grr. Boom. Let's bring one of these. Boop.
Now the entire space of our atlas has tiles in it. We can automatically have it automatically create our tiles. So we click on that. We look at our base tiles here. We can see that all 8 of them are selected. And just by hovering over each one, you can see a nice yellow box covering all of them. It's been able to figure that out just fine. As a quick test, we can hop over into our scene. We zoom in. We're just going to click on our tile map tab here down below. Select number 1. And I can easily paint this. And we're already off to the races.
Alright. Some painting the tile map. Does not look right. The heck is happening? This look weird. That is off as hell. It's looking weird. Looks weird. Is it 50 by 50? A little off. Looks a little off. Looks a little off. Can I see the properties of this thing? What the heck is this? It is not 50 by 50. It looks very off. Details. It is 50 by 50. What the heck? It looks so weird. That does not look right. Uh-huh. Now with the fook. Does that look so off? Okay, no, that's definitely not it. That ain't it. Like this, but dude, that looks so weird. I wonder if I bring in a 16 by 16. Okay, this apparently says 16 by 16. Is it capping me? Looks really weird. Like, why does this? It looks so odd. Let me bring in like a more solid one. It looks so weird. Let's do. Maybe the shading's off. I can't really tell. It looks like off. Maybe it's just my eyes. I don't know. Nah, it looks so odd. Like, look at this corner. Okay, this looks bad. What the hell is this? What is this guy? Yeah, I think my pixels are off. Oh, like, why is this so, like... over there? Like when it starts, it looks stretchy. Like here. That looks kind of good. Let me bring like this guy in. Why are you messed up, brother? Is that why? No. No. What the heck? What the hell is happening here? Why are you all messed up? Okay. I bring it in as an atlas. Bring like a pretty distinguished top side block. This dude. What the? Why is it messed? Why are there 3 sources? Oh, is it because it's a... But why does it look so weird? I feel like if I remove this... and bring... I think this will probably look fine now. Yeah, now it's actually working, but then it's like, what the heck is happening here? Like, what the frickazoid?
Everything is looking pretty good so far. Now, because we selected a tile shape that's not square, we actually have 2 different options to work with here that we didn't have before. We have our tile layout and we have our tile offset axis. Now, together, these 2 options help define what the grid layout actually is. What do each of the coordinates mean and how do they relate to one another? So if I'm painting a tile on the tile map here, in the bottom left corner of the editor, we can see that this particular tile is positioned -1, -1. If I move over, this is at 0, 1, move over again, this is 1, -1, 2, -1, and so on and so forth. This tile layout and tile offset axis drives both of those. Now, it's a little hard to visualize each of these just by looking at the options. So what I instead did is I created some code that fills out a format for grid and then move between the options against the way they look. Now, the tile layout stack follows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second off the side here. This one very easily we have horizontal offset or vertical offset. So if I change this, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, just put a little bit stack.
It has to, because this is messed. Like, this is not right. This can't be right. But then, like, what? What leg? You don't understand. By this guy, then. Let me get rid of this too.
With our tile sources, we have plus sign and atlas, and we bring in our isometric tiles up.
These ones are 60 by 30. Let me not even do this. Boom. Right. There, I start painting. Like, these look more correct. Maybe they weren't designed. I have no idea. Just the angle's off? Oh, maybe the angle's off.
Stop changing. Now, the first piece of our atlas has tiles in. We automatically have it. How do I create our tiles? We click on that. We look at our base tiles. We can see all of them are selected. And just by clicking over, you can see a nice little box square below. It's nearly that's fine. As we're testing, we hop over. We have our tile layout and we have our over. This is at 0, 1, move over again, this is 1, -1, 2, -1, and so on and so forth. This tile layout and tile offset axis drives both of those. Now, we're going to visualize each of these just by looking at the options. So what I instead did is I created some code that fills out a format for grid and then move between the options in this way they look. Now, the tile layout stack follows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Second off the side here. This one very basically we have horizontal offset or vertical offset. So if I change this, you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4 gets put a little bit stacked close to one another, and then everything's going to be a little bit down. Stack offset essentially doing the same thing. So you can see that the bottom row for stack, so push up the right hand side, stack offset is on the left hand side. Now we see the same thing for stack offset for vertical offset in comparison. So stack we went down into the right, stack offset we're now going up into the right. Now stairs down has this slow moving pattern side, so the bottom is always staying consistent. We have this stairs approach here. Stairs down, similar. First step we're going a straight line from 1, 2, 3, 4, moving on to the next line, so on and so forth. Horizontal vertical offset, which means that's just for stack values. And finally, we've got down to the right, which is going up and to the right, and then we have down and down, which is going to the right and down.
When did my thing stop? What the heck? When did my timer stop? Yo, my timer, frick. Just like imagine that's like 50 something. Some progress. Ish. Ish.
Now, if you pilot however, you need to be aware that when you select this, you will want to change it after you start painting, because you see real changes and things go very quick. So you want consistency and kind of look, set it once, use as is. Now, the tile layout not actually really means between this and source tile touching. If you're interacting with your tile sets and your tile map, all exactly the same. You still have the same page functionality, you can still select one piece of tile, apply across, you still select a bunch of these, and randomize them, that'll okay. All these functionalities exist. Also, they'll just for every style of tile shape. The main difference here is your tile layout, not axis. One of the things to notice is that if you're just working with 3 tiles over here, everything works together box, you don't need box. However, this is very good if you're working with 3D tiles. So what are we doing that? So what we're going to do is we're going to hop into our tile set. We're going to create new panels. We're going to bring in our 3D isometric tiles. That is good. I'm not going to do these because the size of these textures not actually 64 by 32. This is actually 64 by 48. So if I click on each one of these, this looks fine, except you can see there's this light diamond outline here, and it doesn't line up top. So we need to adjust this first. So we hop over into our select. I'm just going to these because the offsets are the same, and we need to adjust our texture origin. And so we're applying negative y value. We just slowly increase that build rate. So this case was -8. So we try painting these now. We'll get closer. It's going to look quite right. Painting across these. It looks a little weird. It kind of looks like they don't know what order this would be built in. And that's exactly what's going on. Now, if we're working with 3 tiles like this, what we need to do is we need to enable y sort. And since this is our tile set, we want y sort. We check this off. It starts using the y coordinates of our tiles and order. And this is going to get the ones that are in between here. We'll lay out correctly. This also lets us use scenes with the scene collections as tile set, but it also lets us work with scenes before you do it as direction children around. These are doing that. Are you doing that? You need direct children around. I know the video, but you will
I should have watched something deeper into the
the
video.
If you're just working with 3 tiles working together, everything works together. You'll be making changes. However, this is very relevant if you're working with 3D tiles. So what are we doing that? So what we're going to do is we're going to copy 2 tiles. We're going to bring in our 3D isometric tiles. That is good. I'm not going to do these.
All right, so the size was correct. Okay, that at least that's good. At least that part makes sense. All right, let's try it again. Go to tile map. We will do some erasing. Bye bye. We'll switch this to 50 by 50. Right. We're gonna bring this guy back into tile set. Oh yes. Doesn't it go like this? Ah, they're all individual though. Oh, freakazoid. Yeah, that's why I probably combine them into like a tile set. But whatever, it's just practice. Alrighty. Oh.
Because these textures not actually 64 by 32. This is actually 64 by 48. Now, if I click on each one of these, this looks fine, except you can see there's this light diamond outline here, and it doesn't line with the top. We need to adjust this first. So we hop over into our select. I'm just going to these because they're offset.
Okay. What? I'm on my tile set. I see. It's interesting.
I'm not going to automatically include these because the size of each texture is not actually 64 by 32 as it looks. This is actually 64 by 48. And so if I click on each one of these, this looks fine, except we can see that there's this light
I can also change the texture regime. Oh, that's actually good to know.
diamond outline here, and it doesn't align with the top. So we need to adjust this first. So we hop over into our select. I'm going to select both of these because their offsets are the same. And we need to adjust our texture origin. And so we're applying
Texture origin.
a negative y value.
Rendering.
We can just slowly increment this up until it looks right. And so in this case, it was negative.
No, it doesn't. What? Hold up. Let me just paint. Oops.
-8. So if we try painting with these now, we'll get closer, but it's not going to look quite right. If I paint over across these, it looks a little weird. It kind of looks like they don't know what order they're supposed to be built in. And that's exactly what's going on. Now, if we're working with 3D tiles like this, what we need to do is we need to enable Y sort, and this exists in our canvas item under
Canvas item.
By sorting enabled. We check this off.
So weird though. Does not look right. Does not look right. I don't really understand what that meant.
Off, it starts using the y coordinates of our particular tiles in order to help order them, and this is going to get the ones that are kind of in between here laid out correctly. This also lets us use scenes with scene collections as tile sets, but it also lets us work with scenes that are just fully independent of it as direct children to our tile map here. These we're doing that if we are doing that previously created. I'm not going to automatically include these because the size of each texture is not actually 64 by 32 as it looks. This is actually 64 by 48. So if I click on each one of these, this looks fine, except we can see that there's this light diamond because the size of each texture is not actually 64 by 32 as it looks. This is actually 64 diamond outline here, and it doesn't align with the top. So we need to adjust this first. So we hop over into our select. I'm going to select both of these because they're offset are the same, and we need to adjust our texture origin. And so
Doesn't do shit.
So we're applying a negative y value, and we can just slowly
Didn't do anything. Doesn't do. Maybe these are just bad assets. Let me just. Let's go settle for 60. I don't see this little. What does he mean by texture? I don't really see it. Let me draw these. This doesn't make a sense. It just does this. Okay. Oh, what the heck? That fixed it. Can I see the? Can I see them here now? No. The fuck? What the heck? There's such a ginormous gap. Odd. That looks right.
In this case, it was -8. So if we try painting with these now, we'll get closer, but it's not going to look quite right. If I paint over across these, it looks a little weird. It kind of looks like they don't know what order is. If we check this off, it starts using the Y children to our tile map layer. These worth noting that if you If you're building a game in Godot and want that consistent isometric perspective,
on a series, but this is going to be a fun little episode. I'm going to be doing some Minecraft stuff, so let me just show you what we're going to do. So we're going to have this Minecraft. It's quite cool, so we can kind of add a bunch of people all done in 2D. It looks like we're going to change this to 500 and then 300. This is going to be 1000. Yeah, so let's close that. So our project signs are done. Let me import our I haven't looked into it, but I'm sure there's a 1, 2, 0, 1. So we have tile set in tile maps. So tile maps is where we can actually draw. We do that by changing it in tile shape. We can go here and set isometric. However, if I zoom in here, you can see that it doesn't really fit properly. So what we can do, interesting. So what I did is I played around with the tile size. The way I did this is by just dragging it up and down kind of. First I actually put some cells down, so put some cells down. So the time map, select our file that we want to add, and let's play 4 down. As you can see, they're not next to each other, they're kind of far apart, which we don't want, right? So to play around with this and make them closer, right, or appear closer, we're going to go to tile size and just drag it up and down. And I already play around with this, and the numbers I decide to use are 13 and 25. So that way it looks relatively close. You can play around with it yourself and choose whatever you want. If you want like that, I don't know, it's up to you. So I'm going to do 25 and because they removed Y-Sort, so if you actually try to go here and add insert Y-Sort, it is no longer there. The reason being because Y-Sort is now in every node. Y-Sort is now implemented into each node, meaning the nodes will kind of pop in front of each other. So you'll have to sort it yourself. Oh, wait. That is so strange. So now you might be asking, well, if I play, I can't click anything. Okay, add those two, one more there, and I can't have one there because the Y-Sort is weird. And now what we do is I just click out and tool. Yeah, there it is. You can do like that, but I'm just under it. Awesome. Property as long as you have layers and the Y-Sort activated, which we did earlier. So let's draw a little bit. So I'm gonna zoom out. Draw. Let's actually not draw. Let's save this. Go to our world. So, oh, it crashed. That is crazy. So we know 4 still in beta, so that might happen. Hopefully it's safe though. So let's go to our world. Let's pop this in, and let's set the transform to 0. And then let's draw. So let's go to our tile map, and let's select. I don't like the zooming. So zoom out is just straight up zooming, and then zoom in. Let's draw here, and let's draw.
In this video, I'm going to show you the basics of working with isometric games in Godot. This includes placing the blocks with code or manually, as well as stacking blocks and using top and bottom half slabs. So let's go. Alright, so we have a blank Godot project here, and for the assets, I'm going
Voxels are pretty cool. Look pretty cool and pretty good. My neck is outreached like Goblino. My God. My stoof.
Draw a straight square. Awesome. And now you might be asking, well, how do we draw under it? Or how do we make dirt appear under it? So first of all, let's select our dirt. And then we go to layer 1 and just draw under it. Awesome. So now it looks like there's dirt under it, right? So we can actually draw all the way around. Let's draw a second there, kind of. And then we're going to go to layer 3 and draw under that as well. Just fill out as much dirt as we want. I think there is a fill tool. Yeah, there is. We can do that. But I'm just gonna. That is so strange. What's happening? Okay, sorry. Okay, add those two. One more there. And I can't add one there because the wax is weird. And now we can do is I just click out and now we add a block. Let's actually add one more layer here and one more layer here. Now it looks like the value is set, which is awesome. So now you might be asking, well, if I play, I can't click anything, right? First of all, let's add a camera to zoom in a little bit.
What? Why is this the top? Why is it on the bottom? What the flip? This is the top layer? How do I change? How the hell do I use this thing? Oh, there it is. Select the next layer. Eh? Okay, sure.
Zoom in, I did 3 I think. Current not rotating and limit 0, 0. Awesome. And now if I play, it should follow. So now if I click on the wait, so the first thing I have to do is settings. You come out, you go to action, and let's add a left click, and let's add a right click. So now left click, just do left click, and right click. So they changed the format a bit, but it's pretty much the same. Alright, so now we're going to which ice to it. So the backward blocks here. And this is looking far, so I added it there, but not there. actually good thing, so we're going to delete that. But in our process function, we're going to be doing only Chinese, so say input is action, just press no other, and then we'll pass down, and we'll also just copy paste this and say click. Awesome. So now what we want to do is create two things. We have a tile and a cell or set cell. So there's two lines of this code. So it's very simple that we're going to have two things happening. So the first one is we're going to create a tile that we're going to check where we have the thing. So before that it used to be world to map or map to local, something like that. They changed it to be local to map, and this will just allow us to change something from local into a format, create a tile map. So what we're going to do is there local. I'm just going to copy this. It's a very long function. Make a global function. And I can't type it. So take a global function. We're going to global position and convert that position or vector into our tile map. Right? And this is actually important. It's what we're going to do that. So here we go. And then this is still a UC cell, set cell, now just set cell, and so set cell. Okay, here's what I want you to do. I want you to try. If you go to set cell, so go to tile map, select tile map. Where was it? Is it earlier in the script? Yes, no, right click tile map, and then open documentation, and then you can read it here, or you can open online docs, and there we go. Online docs, make it open that. And you can kind of read through all the new stuff. Actually, actually, try to do it on the side. Here we go. This is a new one, so we can see erase cell. We can look at set cell. You can look at all the stuff that it needs. This is what I did here before. So I'll let you do this on your own. I suggest you look at things that don't need to set cell. But I'll use set cell. Take 2 or 5 arguments. So 2 arguments are very important. The first one is the layer. So we're going to add these layer 0 in the first layer. And that's a layer. So what are we going to add to that layer? Well, we want to add. We're not adding which tile are, which position are we adding in, which is the tile position, which is the level position. I believe it should work. That's right. Alright, so it's removing. Why? It's not actually removing, but it's setting the cell to nothing. Right, so this is no longer really works. This used to work before, but now it no longer works because it needs 3 more arguments. Those 3 arguments are going to be, you can actually read here, this is convenient. So it says source ID, add this course, and alternative file. So this might seem really complicated and fine, like, so if you don't understand it. But if you actually go into file map on the bottom, what you can do is hover cell, and it gives you all 3 of those things. Source, add this coordinates, and alternative. So if you hover on the bottom, you'll say same thing. So the reason so these sources are the source is the tiles. So tiles that we have one design, right? There's another one, so I can add this guy and tiles. I can add this guy and say source ID 1, right? Sure. Go back to this ID 1, right? So I can now find it. There it is. If I hover it, it'll be source 1. And we need coordinates because this is not one cell, this is one cell. This is cell 1, so we go ahead and we have the cell. But that's what the source ID is, right? And then there's the coordinates because it's a tile set. It's giving us the coordinates based on time, right? Then the alternative file is what tile are we going to give if there is no, like, what's the default file? Like, if I accidentally give like 18 and 0, which doesn't exist, what am I going to use that? Which is going to be this one, which is nothing. Which is why it looks like I was erasing it. Or I wasn't erasing it, just saying it's nothing, right? So what we can do is we're going to cast those things. So the ID, the vector, like, or so the one thing I don't like about 2 or 4 is that's not working. I can't type. We just copy this. Vector 2, and we'll do 0, 0, no. And then the last one was going to be the alternative, which is 0. We don't have any alternate one, so that's the only like this. Now, if I play, I can now set the tiles to that. Now I draw. Awesome. And last thing to do is copy this and paste it. We're going to take out all 3 arguments because this is the actual tile we're adding. We don't need that. What we're sort of doing is erasing cell, right? And we don't really care about what cell we're adding because there's no cell. We also have to actually put this outside. And then yeah. So yeah, now we're erasing the tile at layer 0. That's position 0. Right? Now I add by left clicking, and I right click, and I remove. And yeah, so that's it. So you can play around with this. You can add cells to like cell layer 1. So we play. I'm adding to layer 1, right? Not the first layer. So you can play around with this. You can actually roll, select a certain number. I might actually do this. We'll see. See how well this was. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I mentioned this to demonstrate this out. Before a lot different. It was fun. If you guys learned something, hopefully you understand the process. How do we figure this out? How do I figure this out for the tutorial? I go to file map, documentation, and do it. So it's actually really forward. Okay, add those 2. One more there, and I can't have one there because the white is weird. And now what we do is I just click out, and now we'll add a block. It's actually one more layer here, and one more layer here. We go to new action, and let's add a left click, and then let's add a right click. So in our left click, just do and right click. So they changed the format of this bit, but it's pretty much like that. Alright, so now we're going to tab, which I script it.
Let's try that. So camera 2D. Might change which. That's me. Scene. Nice. Okay. Let's do some ickies up. Mouse.
That's my blocks here. And this is going to be far, so I added it there, not there. Let me delete that now. Okay, let me make sure that here it'll change this one. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, it's so strange. What's happening? Okay, sorry. Okay, add those 2. Add one more there, and I can't add one there because the Y sort is weird. And now what we can do is I just click out, and now we'll have a block. Let's actually add one more layer here, and one more layer here. Now it looks like we have a step, which is awesome. So now you might be asking, well, if I play, I can't click anything, right? First of all, let's add a camera to zoom in a little bit. So cam, 3D. We'll zoom in. I did 3 and 3, I think. Current, not rotating, and limit 0, 0. Awesome. And now if I play, it should pop up a little zoomed in. So now if I click, nothing happens, right? I can't click on the screen. So the first thing we have to do is go to project settings, input map. We go to new action, and let's add a left click, and let's add a right click. So in our left click, we're going to do left click, and right click, right click. So they've changed the format of this bit, but it's pretty much the same thing. Alright, so now in our tab, we're going to add a script to it. Let's go backward blocks here. Tab, we're going to add a script to it. So backward block.
Wait. See how this works.
Inner tab, which adds to it. Some backward blocks here. And this is going to be the fun part. So, ooh, I added it there, but not there. Okay, let me not do that now. Okay, let me make sure that here it'll change this one. Yeah, okay. Okay, so I think what's interesting is they've actually changed this so that we have the ready and process function uncommented, which we need. So in the ready function, I don't think we have to actually do anything, so we're going to delete that. But in our process function, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to input. So say input is an action, just press, we'll have that click, and then we'll pass down, and we'll also just copy paste this and say click. So now what we're going to do is create two file and a cell or set cell. So initialize this. So there's what we have to use. So the first one is my file that we're going to check where we're So before it needs to be equal to map, they change it to be global map. And this will just allow us to change something from global to a different map. So we're going to do that global. I'm just going to very long function. Global function. And so global function, global function, convert that into our map. This is what we're going to do that. And then this is still ADC cell, set cell, now set cell, it's a set cell. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try. If you go to set cell, so go to comma, what was it? These are inserts. Yes, no, click the comma, and then and then you can animate it or you can put it on the box, and there we go. So on the box, you can through all these stuff. Like, actually have it on the side. There we go. This is new one, so it's erase cell. We can go to set cell. You can put all stuff that's this is why you're going to put I'll use it around things that go into set cell. But I'll use set cell 2 or 5 arguments. So 2 arguments or first one is layer. So we're going to add these layers on the first layer. And that's layer and set cell. And you can put all the stuff that's in these. And this is what I did earlier before the so I'll let you do this on your own, and I would suggest you look at things that go into the set cell. But I'll tell you in anyways. So set cell can take 2 or 5 arguments. So 2 of the arguments are very important. The first one is the layer. So we're going to edit these layer 0 in the first layer technically. And then that's the layer. So what are we going to add to that layer? Well, we want to add, or not add, what are we going to add, but which tile are, which position are we adding in, which is the tile position image. So that global position. I believe it should work. Let's try it. Alright, so it's removing. Why? It's not actually removing, but it's setting the cell to nothing. Right? So this no longer really works. This used to work before, but now it no longer works because it needs 3 more arguments. Those 3 arguments are going to, why? It's not actually removing, but
Okay. Just
it's setting the cell to nothing. Right? So
expected end. Let's do. It's good. This one's to set it source. And wait, what?
so this no longer really works. This used to work before, but now it no longer works because it needs 3 more arguments. Those 3 arguments are going to be, you can actually read here, this is what it needs. So it says source ID, add this coordinates, and alternative file. So this might seem really complicated in time, like so confused on my mind, I don't understand. But if you actually go into time map on the bottom, what you can do is hover a cell, and it gives you all 3 of those things. Source, add coordinates, and alternative. So if you just hover another one, you'll say the same thing. So the reason, so the source, like I can say, so the source is the tiles. So we have several tiles, so right now we have one design, right? There's another one, so I can add design, I can add this guy, and you say source ID 1, right? Sure. Go back
timeline, and this is ID1, right? So I don't know how to find it. There it is. If I read it, source 1. And I'm getting coordinates because this is not one cells, cells. Because the cell corner, so we don't have it, but that's what the source ID is, right? And then there's the coordinates because it's a house set. It's giving us the coordinates, which is the file, right? And the alternative file is what file are we going to give if there is no default file. If I accidentally give like 18 and 0, which doesn't exist, we're going to use that, which is going to be this one, which is nothing. There's nothing. There's why I was erasing it, or I wasn't erasing it. Just nothing, right? So what we can do is we're going to pass those things to the ID, the vector, or so. I got go to or 4 is that's not okay. I can't type. We just copy this. Vector 2, we'll do 0, 0 for now. And then the last one was going to be the alternative, which is 0. We're on the alternative.
Needs the source, the atlas, top layer. What? This is source 10. Rolling just a little bit.
So that's still like this. Now, if I now set the tiles to that, no, I don't. Awesome. And last thing is copy this, and paste it. We're gonna take all three arguments. This is an actual tile we're adding. No longer needs that. Or sort of advanced basic cell, right? And we don't really
Let's do the right click. Press. So honestly, like 5 to 7. Reload. So delete. So place. Okay. I understand. I click this guy though. It only touches this layer. See layer 1. What? Great.
be careful about what cell we're adding because there's no cell. I'm also have to actually put this outside. And then yeah. So yeah, now we're erasing the tile at layer 0. That's position 0. Right? Now I add by left click, and I right click, and I remove. And yeah, so that's it. So you can play around with this. You can add cells to like cell layer 1. So you play now adding to layer 1, right? Not first layer. So you can play around with this. You can actually select a certain number. I might left click, and I right click, and I remove. And yeah, so that's it. So you can play around with this. You can add cells to like cell layer 1. So you play now adding to
Doesn't have. Oh, you know why? It's being applied to this. Oh, wait, that's so bad, no? Apply this script to it. Add script. Oh, can I do this? This feels kind of odd though. Where's my block script? There you go. attach multiple scripts? Is that a thing? This. Ah. Does it delete through the whole thing? Oh, it definitely deletes through the whole thing. Guess that's interesting. Interesting in intriguing, intriguing. Interesting.
I'm going to use the one I just showed in that example. I've just imported the ISO tile set here. This is what I made. Feel free to use it in your project, link in the description. So let's add other node, add a tile map. Up here where it says tile set, want to make a new tile set, and click on where it says tile set. Instead of the tile shape being square, you want that to be isometric. You'll notice this looks like this diamond, don't fix that. For the tile size, we want the X to be at 32. This is the general way that people do isometric. You have the X value twice that of the Y value, and that's what my tile set works with. The tile layout, we want this to be a diamond down, and this basically sets up how we want the coordinate system to work. And we also use that with the vertical offs. Up here where it says tile set, want to make a new tile set, and click on where it says tile set. Instead of the tile shape being square, you want that to be isometric. You'll notice this looks like this diamond, don't fix that. For the tile size, we want the X to be at 32. This is the general way that people do isometric. You have the X value twice that of the Y value, and that's what my tile set works with. The tile layout, you want this to be a diamond down, and this basically sets up how we want the coordinate system to work. And we also use that with the vertical offset. I can for this one. You guys anything else over here at 0, 0, 0, 1.
I'm in down. Diamond. Diamundo. Change. It probably does. Diamond down. Doesn't really matter. I don't care. Doesn't matter to me. As long as they don't look messed up.
1, 0, 2, and when I go the other way, 1, 0, 2, 0, 0. On the bottom here, when you go down by 1 stays like this, then increases the both values. But now at the bottom, in the tile set tab, drag over the image for the tile set, and we want to create the atlas. Now with the keyframes we want to change here, you think that we want the texture region size to match the tile size. Actually, we want the tile size to be different because that's the top facing block, whereas the region size is just the whole block itself. We only all these blank ones, so a trick you can use is the 3 dots. Say remove tiles and change texture regions. If you're trying to use this, so we get a tile map tab, I click on these, just so it looks like you're working fine. This isn't really what we want, but in your game, you're playing, and you see the right part here, and I click on this part here, they expect you to click on it, you write a box, but they actually click on back here, they would fix that, go to tile set tab, go to select the tiles here, you can hold it, shift, select multiple, and go and select all of them, in the rendering section, picture origin, this is specifically for the textures I'm using here, if you're using the same ones, just basically align this very faint outline here, you may not be able to see on your screen, you want to key -8 here, so yeah, pushes, but if I go, I want to draw this section here, so now we're playing our game, and click on anywhere in the section, and select that tile, so we get all this selected, we're all going to have that effect now, how we do this section here, so now we're playing our game, and click on anywhere in the draw this section, and -8 here, so yeah, pushes, but if I go, I want to draw this section here, so
I don't. Everyone keeps on talking about this. The faint line. Where is it? It's so faint. I literally can't see it. Like what the heck? Like I go to tiles. Wait, like I'm looking at it. Or maybe it's already. Oh, it's already there. That way. Okay, like I see it there, and like. Oop. Like I still click through though. There, like everything behind that exists as a thing, but it clicks through. I guess it's because over it. I guess it just goes by the tile set or by the chord, and if it's in the chord, it just pops it. No like layering concept, which is like fine.
now we're playing our game, and click on anywhere in the section, select that tile, so we get all the selected, we're all going to have that effect now. We do want it to be the same as the bottom slab here, we have gears on the bottom side, but we're currently working on layer 0, we want to have them stacked up like I showed you in the beginning, we need to add another layer for that, so we can go to add element on the layers section, and we want to name the first layer L0, and we'll add in level 1 here. We'll go and select Y sort enabled on both of these, and notice we're getting some things up here, and we set that property on the whole tile map itself, so we'll go to the top of the property and look for sort, and go to enable Y sort, so what it does, it's only making things draw correctly, and they're behind each other, back to our layers. You'll want to set the Y sort origin to be at 1 on level 1, so if we draw in, let's say, a blue tile, let's say we are drawing level 0, and that's how we want to draw. You want to be on top of this one, go level 1, and we'll change the Z index, we get level 1, you now actually draw on top of the white box here, and you want to add another layer, you add level 2, we get level 0, 1, so right here, Y sort origin 2, and Z index of 2, and enable Y sort. Now we're going to draw on top of it, this one here, and just go to level 2, and draw it there, there we go. And if you want to use the slab pieces, let's go to level 0, we're going to draw the same layer here, and if you want to draw on top of this one, the slab, you try doing that here, and that right side one, so you get level 1 for that, there we go. And similarly for level 2, so we're going to draw there, level 1 here on level 1, maybe one slab, and go level 2, there we go. Next we can add anything using a script, so we can add a script for our tile map, default name, up top, we can make a constant, wherever tile we want to place here, so let's say I want to place in all these ones, when I go over this, it says atlas 20, we want to put down here, so we can say a green block, atlas clause is a vector 2i of 20, we also need a constant for source for the reference, so green source for source we have here, the main source, so the name first, we're going to place multiple green tile, so we can just loop over that, so we can use this XL for that, so the layer we're working on, and we want to have placing blocks multiple layers here, and that's what we have a none. So it's like, what it says is unified multiple constants, we want variable root, so we have level 0, but I do that just 0, and similarly use this for level 1 and 2, I'm going to copy that. So I'll do this in the program, but down here, ask for layer, you can say, or then we're here, layers, dot, and say level 0, places, coordinates that we want to place this, let's say we want to place at vector 2, and we'll start at value 2, 2, we'll add in the second y variables here, so 2 plus x, and 2 plus y, source ID, and main source is 0 here, main source, and atlas source we want to use, start green block, atlas position, and we're going to drop file, so layers, and layers again, and we're going to save this, and the location, and we run this, I will select the rest, we'll say the large C, but we can see the green blocks, because we can add this like file, main scene, we're going to add a new node here, tree scenes, we name, we can add a camera tree, and also write in our tile map. But still, also, we can do the camera and zoom in, and we use a zoom value of just around 2, and let's save this scene, the main one, then you can right click on it, main scene, and say main scene, now we run a name, and take our green blocks, and we're going to place a block on top of this one here, for that 5 groups, let's just copy it, this XL line. In our case, we can say plus 1, here's this be 3 of these. Of course, you want to use non-magic numbers here, and click above these green ones, say 1, and our blue block position, and now let's say 0, 0, we can copy and paste our green block atlas position variable, and it needs to be a blue block atlas position, so down here, the green block, we use the blue block, so you don't change this part, because the way this is set up, you have to be at 2, 2, make it line up where we want to be, there we go, that is the described use the X view, and go 4, 2, questions, let me know, with the next question. There we go, that is the described use the X view, and go 4, 2, questions, let me know, with the next question. There we go, at 2, 2, make it line up where we want to be, there we go, that is the described use the X view, and go 4, 2, questions.
Do 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 boo boo boo. Oh brother. So many tutorials.
As you're probably aware, the
Isometric.
most common types of 2D games nowadays are either top-down or side-scrollers.
Hey guys, and welcome to this tutorial.
Hey guys, I'm here to teach you how to be.
Hey guys, welcome back to a
horizontal Andy. So many tutorials, a lot of them. Ooh, doo 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 boo. Do 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 do. Isometric. We love isometric. So fun. doo doo. Boo boo doo boo doo boo. Blender, blender. No. The noggin. The noggin. Ooh. Alrighty. I do think that is probably enough for today. All these. Boop 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 boop. Oh. Alrighty. Is bye bye.